Hi, I'm Rich Daly from DynoPort. Wanted to give you guys a quick video on how we build stuff. By the way, it's not on what you drive, it's what you build. Thinking of getting this new rig. I love this guy. He brought an XCR up drove all the way up from Pennsylvania. He's got 400,000 miles. He's got this trailer, and we're building him a hot trail sled. So back over to our Mach Z. This is how we start out. Standard chassis. It takes a lot of time to get everything off it, so I use a lot of tools. Sawzall, body grinder, drill. And normally it's a day project. I did this in 2 hours. Now, on into a Mach Z once. Here's my Pro Stocker. This was a used trail sled I bought with a high mileage. If you go on YouTube, I've got the video of last year on how I did the suspension. The one problem with this sport, and I've been a big critic, and I want grassroots racing brought back. I started my own deal, SHCRA, for that reason. So one of the problems in dirt racing is ISR constantly changes the rules because they allow racers to go to the rules committee and racers from different circuits vote on rules. For some reason, they changed our ride height on Pro Stock from 2 inches to 3 inches. The East Coast guys have rebelled. They're running all non-SR events and still allowing 2 inches. But I want to go to heydays. So I had to go to the 3-inch deal. So here's what I had to go through to go to 3 inches. First, I had to pull my steering apart, put a longer spacer on. One thing for safety too, guys, on my steering, I've got a full 1 inch. I've got an 8mm 10 grade hardened bolt, and just to be a little nervous and extra safe, one of Dave Wall's hardened rivets. Plus I put it on with Loctite. It would have held with just a rivet. But that as a driver just gives me an extra security. Now back to the suspension. This was the nightmare. Once I raised the ski up to get 3 inches, my track angle used to be straighter, which is more horsepower, so now I'm going to be at a disadvantage on the East Coast. And to get my track back on the ground, I had to weld onto my front adjuster here so I could lengthen it out. Then, to get it to pivot correctly, I moved my back bolt up, which brought the back up, brought the front down, and I also had to rechange my pivot here. Now, once I did all this, it created another problem because if you look under here, I had just enough clearance for my track. Once I changed everything, now I had to put in a set of idlers. So I had to go and add this. And just the other crazy thing is, I've got 2 1/4 inches on a 2-inch deal. The rule is you got to have 2 inches of travel. Some people who are clueless on suspensions, if you get a tech inspector who doesn't know, he's going to want that to move 2 inches. That's nuts. That thing will move 2 inches at 120 if I hit a damn big bump. It won't move 2 inches in the pit. Same as your motocross bike that moves 12 inches off a jump, it won't move 12 inches in the pits. One other little trick I did, and I actually did this last year because I was just a hair below the 2 inch. I'd put different shocks on. I put an old tunnel protector under here, ran on that, and this year, so it doesn't wear out, I took some stainless, 18 gauge stainless, made a quick runner. So that's it in a nutshell. The suspension doesn't look too fancy, but the first pass out, I forget whether we ran a 115 or a 117/60. It's all in the adjustments, guys. So you don't need a big fancy hauler. You don't need a brand new store-bought chassis. This will work. But if you don't want to go through all this work, there's great companies out there like Proline that you can buy a chassis ready to go. Hope to see you at the races, and hope this helps you guys that are working out of your backyard. Thank you.